Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go! Alright, let's go just a little bit less.
Okay.
Alright. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
We're gonna play more Sea Cat game.
And
for your entertainment.
maybe this time hit the end of Chapter 2 like we thought we would last time.
I genuinely thought last time was going to be the end of it, but I guess we have a little bit more to go here.
More torment for Battler.
More tattler, if you will.
No.
No. Borman? Borman. We'll workshop that one. Battler's figure was in the dining hall. He didn't feel like going back to the guest house in the middle of all this rain, and wandered half-heartedly around the mansion in search for any place where he could sit, before standing up camp in the dining hall. He didn't even lock the door. He thought the shapeless murderer, or maybe the Golden Witch, might come to kill him now that he was isolated, but he no longer had any desire to resist. He didn't even feel like using a locked door to hold off the culprit. He wanted that person to come at him openly, from the front. If it was the killer, he wanted to ask him about some of those wonderful close room tricks as a parting gift. If it was the witch, he'd hoped she'd at least take his life with some spectacular magic. However, ironically, neither of these two came to meet him. It just glasses. That's not irony.
Okay,
or is it?
Plot twist. Plot twist. The one who comes to meet him is Genji, and because Genji is so hyper competent, they're fine. Everybody else dies.
Battler opened the liquor cabinet on his own and enjoyed the liquor to his heart's content. No longer was there anyone to scold him for drinking alcohol. Ah, newbie mistake. You want to find the stuff with the dust on it. That's the stuff you're going to sample. He boldly rested his legs on the extravagant tablecloth and savored the high-quality liquor, which probably had a mind-boggling price, drinking it down straight from the bottle. Then someone knocked. Battler realized that someone had finally come to greet him. Hey, it's not locked. Wherever you are, please come on in, and go ahead and introduce yourself. If you're human, please give me your name. If you're Beatrice, please tell me your bust size. I was wondering when that part... You know, I was like, wow, they really kind of just hard left turned out of that characterization for Battler. Maybe that'll just be the... Nope, we're back. I may not look it, but I'm well known as a breast sommelier, see? Hick. It is Genji, Battler-sama. I will still tell you my bust size, though. Genji-san, huh? Sorry, but I got no interest in your bust size. Please come in, it's unlocked. Excuse me. Genji-san opened the door and bowed. So is Genji-san the criminal after all, or maybe an accomplice? Theory would probably explain most of the tricks. Did you come to give me my last rites? Nothing of the sort. I apologize if I am disturbing your... reverie. Hey, saying I'm sorry without even telling me what you want is actually pretty creepy. What do you want? You gonna tell me that drinking alcohol is forbidden for minors? I'll just die anyway. Please let me do what I want now that it's all about to end. Battler-sama, do you love alcohol so much that you would spend the little time you have left drinking?
Ouch.
Ouch. Damn, Genji. Damn, son.
And Genji knows it from having lived with Kinzo for decades.
Yep. Those words pierced me.
This shit runs in the family, and Genji does not want it to spread to Battler.
That wasn't true. I just can't cope if I don't drink. Can't even taste the alcohol at all. Battler, this is the first time you've drunk in your entire life. Wait.
Is it?
The way he's talking about it makes it sound like someone who's trying to seem like who is now tasting alcohol for the first time and is
trying to seem like a hardened badass.
Exactly. But given this game, I could also 100% believe it if that was part of Battler's backstory that we haven't seen on screen yet. That Battler is somehow addicted to alcohol.
Well, we'll see.
You are just like the master. Indeed, you inherited the master's blood strongly. You mean grandfather, the heavy drinker, was drinking to drown his sorrows the whole time? First I've heard of it. Just several sad incidents. The master's life was reduced to one of atonement alone. My voice is still out, so we're not doing the very low Genji voice today. What is it you know? Beatrice's ceremony was completed when the 8th twilight ended. I believe I can tell you everything now. What did you say? My drunkenness was completely Yeah, he wasn't drunk at all. Fucking lightweight. I lowered my feet from the table and listened carefully to hear what Genji would say next. Battler Sama, I shall guide you to the master's study. It would probably be best to hear it directly from both the master and... From both grandfather and... Hey, what in the world do you mean by that? Come this way. I shall guide you, Battler Sama. After Genji-san told me to follow him, he started to walk down the corridor. I threw my drunkenness off completely and went out. Yeah, see, Battler was like, takes 2 sips of alcohol. Oh, I'm drunk. I need the bottle to keep me going. What a fucking piss lightweight. We climbed a big staircase towards the 3rd floor. Genji-san stopped walking halfway. He then turned back and spoke. Battler Sama, from here on, you will probably see things you'll not be able to understand. Don't think that'll scare me. Dude, do you know what? I've been playing a video game this entire time in a theater with Beato and someone else you haven't met named Bernie. Although I guess she's once again asking me to stop breaking the 4th wall. Get it?
Yes.
It's the Bernie meme, but for the other Bernie.
Yes, I do.
Also, that last time I was there were some birds in there as well. I don't know where they came from. But they kept trying to wish me a Merry Christmas. Man, it's fucked up, okay? I've already seen enough incomprehensible things today to make me sick. Please accept what you see as you see it, and accept what you hear as you hear it. Why? What? There's no more need for questions like that. Oh. There's no more need for Sorry, I sounded like you for a moment. Does that extend to the servants as well?
Clearly, yes.
Why? What? There's no need for questions like that. You will learn the truth, and that is all. I will leave it completely up to you, Battler Sama, whether to accept it, believe it, or deny it.
Believe it.
Well, I kind of wrote myself into a corner, so I'm going to be denying everything. Genji-san checked one last time to see whether I was prepared to know the truth. The 8th twilight had already ended, and on the 9th twilight the witch would revive, and nobody would be left alive. It meant that Beatrice had already been revived, and probably also meant that none of us would be allowed to return alive. If I was going to lose my life anyway, I wanted to know the truth in the end. Didn't matter how hard it might be to accept. Yeah, fuck me up. Even if a demon or witch shows up, I'm prepared. You know, it's either that or the bottle for me. Battler, you've taken 2 sips out of what appeared to be a wine cooler. You are not, by any stretch of the imagination, drunk. Indeed, you are just like the master in his youth. Battler Sama, please be diligent in your studies. In the future, you will surely have great aspirations. And when that time comes, see to it that you are never forced to regret a lack of study and training. I'd be happy to, assuming I ever get a chance to work hard in my studies. Because that's a weird thing to wish from Genji.
I don't know. Maybe Genji has meta knowledge too. We don't know.
Maybe the Golden Land has like free college education. You ever thought about that? Golden Land did away with student debt before it was even a thing.
Just paid it off with the gold.
All the gold. That's you know, the gold that has inherent value. Genji-san's silence felt like it was further confirming a certain resigned feeling I had. And then the door to grandfather's study, surrounded by a sweet smell, came into sight. Genji-san took a gold key with an elegant design out from his pocket. The master keys had been confiscated by Aunt Rosa, but he'd kept the key to his study alone on his person. He put it in the keyhole, and it... Wait, Genji's had the key to this study.
Yeah.
Okay. And it made a very heavy clunking sound. Opens the door, and Kinzo and Beato are just raw fucking right now. Oh, my apologies.
We'll come back
Usually
later.
you put a hanky on the door when... Master. It is I, Genji. I brought Battler-sama with me. There was no reply at all, but it seemed that permission to go inside had been given. Come, Battler-sama. Please go in. Okay, I'll go in. I readied myself and threw the door open. I was right. They were raw fucking on the floor. At that moment, I got slightly disoriented by the dazzling golden glow. It was, unbelievably, a swarm of butterflies that shone gold. The gold butterflies that completely filled the inside of the study poured out all at once. So much for that impenetrable barrier, huh? What is this? It's almost like golden leaf confetti. The interior of Grandfather's study was filled with a golden glow. And on a sofa, like a reception chair, in front of the study desk, I could see Grandfather's back. There was someone on the side opposite from Grandfather. It was in shadow, so I couldn't see it well. Master, I brought Battler-sama.
Battler, is it? I'm busy thinking now. Be silent for a while.
Kinzo declared that unhappily, his back still turned. It seemed he was enjoying a chess game with a visitor. Apparently, the opponent had counterattacked with a superb move. Kinzo seemed to be enjoying himself as he thought deeply while occasionally laughing and groaning.
I have thought for 30 years. I have thought for 30 years about how to counter this move. Have fun with the move I have fermented for 30 years.
They got back together! Yay! Good end! Yay! Beato and Kinzo are back together. Finally, we get to chess finish. Oh, that's so nice.
Totally won't end horribly for everyone. Indeed, this is a deeply matured move. What fun, what fun. Who's talking now? Who's talking?
This is still Kinzo.
I see I'm no match for you.
What is that? Y'all were just playing chess in here?
So you came, Battler?
I did. What's with the bombastic soundtrack? Why is it big-ass waltz?
I've been waiting for a while. Be silent for Kinzo's sake. Isn't it too early to resign, Kinzo? I could have countered that move in several ways already.
It should have been my first meeting with that witch. However, I knew this witch. Even though that was our first meeting, I knew her from the portrait.
Genji, serve some alcohol for Battler. What would be an appropriate liquor for this man?
That which the master has loved since the days of his youth.
Good, good. Serve it. You did well coming here, Ushiromiya Battler.
Welcome to the dev room.
First, sit down. You called my name many times, did you not? In deference to that, I allowed you to meet me. So, what will you ask me? What will you inquire? The door of the Golden Land will soon be opened. Soon, we will have a banquet to celebrate my revival, at which I will be welcoming in the witches. This is gonna be my witchler pad, which is like a bachelor pad, but for witches. In the meantime, I'll answer your questions, as many as you like.
I've got a bunch of things I want to ask. What happened on this island? Why did incidents like these occur? I want to ask about the closed rooms too. What about the chapel? What about Jessica's room? And the servant room? And Aunt Natsuki's room? And the parlor? There's so much more I want to ask. About the witch's true nature? Is Beatrice really a witch? What's your goal? What do you want to make us do, and why did you call me here? Answer me about everything.
Ah, be quiet. You think you'll get answers if you ask? Don't say that, Kinzo. A fragile and fleeting spiderweb did offer protection from King Herod once. Just like there are no useless things in this world, there are also no useless questions.
Oh, I have one.
Okay, shoot.
Why is lime?
Correction, there is one useless question. Moving briskly along. Very well. I'll answer all your questions. But only on one condition.
If it's a toe job, it's right. That's right.
Yes. If you hear everything and are able to accept my existence, then you will kneel and kiss my shoes. You were totally right. I called you here because I wanted to make you surrender to me. Kinzo and I made a bet. We bet on which would come first, Kinzo thinking of a new move, or me making you surrender. I don't think I'll lose.
Well, you also had 30-year advantage on him, so... Damn you, talking so tough. Yeah, you know what? All right. Try and convince me. Try and convince me that you're a witch who can use weird, awesome, powerful magic. If I surrender, I'll kiss you or do anything else. The witch cackled, gloating. That's...
Not a good face.
Them's some fangs right there. Then she glared at him unpleasantly with eyes that said a man can't go back on his word. I never said it in red.
Well said. So, from what question shall I begin? I'll answer everything. Come, what will the first one be?
Oh, we don't get to see that? Bullshit.
That's interesting.
Then
That's really interesting.
the witch started to tell everything. Hold on, we'll discuss it after the credit. She began answering all of Battler's questions. Everything made sense. He was convinced by all of it. And then Battler had no choice but to admit it. The witch certainly did exist. What followed is a story that needs no retelling. When the king falls and you are defeated, it's time to start reflecting on your finished game. And then all you can do is set up the pieces one more time. Second game, Turn of the Golden Witch result. Oh, how'd we do? How'd we do?
How'd we do?
I thought I improved my play since last time.
Yeah, me too. I think we really upped our game.
Ushiromia Kraus died on first twilight, chosen key of the Golden Land, and were offered up as a sacrifice. I remembered this trick from last time we did this. Ushiromia Natsuhi died on the first twilight, chosen by the key of the Golden Land and offered up as a sacrifice. Ushiromia Ava died on the first twilight. Sacrifice. Ushiromia Hideyoshi died on the first twilight. Ushiromia Rudolph died on the first twilight. Ushiromia Kyrie died on the first twilight. Ushiromia Jessica died on the second twilight, pierced through the back by the stake of Asmodeus. Servant Cannon died on the second twilight, pierced through the chest by the stake of Satan. Okay. Servant Shannon died on the fourth twilight, forehead gouged by the stake of Mammon. Servant Coda died on the fifth twilight, chest gouged by the stake of Beelzebub. Ushiromia George died on the sixth twilight, stomach gouged by the stake of Lucifer. Family Doctor Nanjo died on the seventh twilight, knee gouged by the stake of Belphegor. Servant Kumasawa died on the eighth twilight, leg gouged by the stake of Leviathan. The Witch Beatrice revived on the ninth twilight. She finally opens the door to the Golden Land. Ushiromia Kinzo missing on the 10th twilight. After he acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, the witch invited him to the Golden Land. Ushiromia Rozov missing on the 10th twilight. The witch did not invite this woman who denied the witch's existence to the Golden Land. Ushiromia Maria missing on the 10th twilight. After she acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated herself, the witch invited her to the Golden Land. Servant Genji missing on the 10th twilight. After he acknowledged the existence of the witch and prostrated himself, the witch invited him to the Golden Land. Ushiromia Battler missing on the 10th twilight. Will he acknowledge the witch's existence and be invited to the Golden Land? The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures in the Golden Land. There they chose to revive the dead souls that love was lost. After all, if their desire had been a mountain of gold of any size, they would not have been able to receive it. Interesting. Kinzo chose the person he loved and lost. Maria chose the lost love of her mother. Genji chose a peaceful sleep. Right on, Genji. Genji knows what's good. Sleep peacefully, Beatrice. Let nothing disturb your slumber ever again. The winner is the Golden Witch, Beatrice. Because the time ran out before any of the 18 could solve the riddle of the gold. All 18 died. When the seagulls cried, none were left alive. What the shit?
I wonder what we're going to find out in that tea party.
Yeah.
So I bet that'll go into Does Battler
is gay?
Does Battler indeed give up and accept her this time or what?
I'm so curious. We only got a B rank that time, though. We're getting better, though. Don't worry. By the time we finish this, we'll get S+ rank. Otherwise, they wouldn't call me S plus K. Huh. Whoa, wait, we're still going.
Interesting. Where are you, Beatrice? Show yourself. Beatrice!
Rosa finally arrived at the chapel. She pointed her gun around her, screaming the witch's name, but there was no way she would receive an answer. After grimacing slightly, she noisily approached the table where her siblings' corpses still lay exposed, and stretched out her arm towards a gold ingot. It was very heavy, but Rosa didn't mind. She wrapped that one up in a blanket and threw it over her shoulder.
At least just this one. This alone should be worth over 10 million.
Without letting go of her gun, Rosa picked up the gold as well. Her shoulders were screaming, but Rosa didn't mind.
Nah, you'll have it very soon. Very soon the door of the Golden Lamb will open.
Stop laughing with that creepy voice.
No.
Where is Beatrice? Yeah, I know, she's around here somewhere, right? You know where, right? Where is she?
I don't know. Even if you don't search for her, you'll be able to see her in the Golden Land. Nah. Ow.
Stop laughing like that. It almost makes me want to laugh. That's right, that was definitely a witch. Definitely a witch. I didn't understand. I thought she was a human calling herself a witch, but I was wrong. That really was a witch.
Wait! Maria wished for the lost love of her mother, which means she went back to... Or is this still before the... No,
We'll
Maria
see.
said it was before Golden Land still. Right? Because Maria was like, yeah, okay, very soon the door to the Golden Land will open, okay.
I won't be fooled by something like that. You're there, right? Come out, show yourself. Beatrice!
I told you, it'd be very soon. Didn't you just hear her? That was Beato laughed that wave. The door to the Golden Land would be open. Nah. Nah.
I don't know why she has SpongeBob laugh again, but here we are.
That's right. Isn't that splendid? I care not. I abandon that rook. You, woman, are a king that cannot be reached without the resolve to lose everything one has. I'll corner you, Beatrice. At least call me a queen. Huh, what a brilliant move. So, your blood, no, the Ushiromiya blood, is bad at giving up.
Would you two take your flirting elsewhere?
How pleasant. What a truly elegant night.
Master, Beatrice-sama. It will soon be time for the banquet.
Already? That was fast. Every night I pass with you goes by swiftly. The moon falls like an apple, and the sun leaps out of the river like a small fish. It's time, so let us go. Rise, battler. The banquet to celebrate my revival will now begin. I'll introduce you as my new furniture, so he did give up.
Oh my god,
No,
he straight up gave up!
As my toy.
It's only round 2, Battler!
To the dignitaries among witches.
How do you like the taste of leather? The witch was relaxing elegantly, her feet thrown out from the sofa and resting on top of a footrest. However, the footrest wasn't a part of the sofa, but a human. A human down on all fours. Beatrice-sama, your silk dress.
You are the guest of honor, but I am the host. I will go out first. It would have been nice if Shannon were here to help dress you, but unfortunately, it seems she no longer remains. She's never around when I want to use her, an entirely useless person. However, you did well to remain here. I'm happy, my friend.
I am grateful for your words.
Good. Wait downstairs, you two. Genji, good work. Set the dress down over there.
Certainly. Well then, master.
We will go first. Beatrice, I will see you later. Indeed.
Kinzo and Genji left the study. After that, the witch in the dress and the furniture remained.
Do you know why I am not embarrassed to show myself to you naked? It's because you're furniture. Furniture. Understand? Furniture. Just furniture. Who would feel shame at exposing their body to furniture? So there's no reason for me to feel shame in front of you. If I keep saying it, I can talk myself into it.
Let's just admit that neither of us wants to be here. The witch rose and her jacket slipped off just from her shoulders. After that, the jacket fell to the ground with a thump. When the furniture respectfully approached to pick up those clothes, the witch gave it a small kick and it fell over. The furniture was afraid of what misconduct it might have shown.
Do you, as furniture, plan to force me to unbutton myself? Stand and undo the buttons. One by one, with care, quickly. Gracefully, with no mistakes. The guests are being kept waiting, so change my clothes quickly.
Yes.
Undo them with care. Those buttons are each worth more than one of your eyeballs. If you make a mistake and break them, I'll sew your eyeballs in instead.
The entrance hall was bustling with a crowd of shadowy people, and it sparkled gold with the gold butterflies flying about. The gentlemen in suits and tuxedos and the ladies in dresses looked like they were having a great number of friendly chats. At a glance, it might have looked like a fabulous medieval ball. But they all had one thing in common, and that thing was exceedingly bizarre, because all of them had goat heads. Was it a goat mask masquerade, or did they really have goat heads? Probably couldn't be the latter, but in this bizarre world, I really didn't know which was true. Kinzo was amongst those goat nobles greeting them. Kinzo's greetings were more respectful than would have been expected, as though these were all honored guests. That time, Genji's voice rang through the hall. It was a voice calling for silence. The voice stopped the idle chatter, and everyone turned to face Genji. Tonight, we celebrate the appearance of our golden witch, who has achieved revival, the Lady Beatrice. Everyone, please welcome her with your applause. When Genji began to applaud, it quickly spread to the guests and became a roaring ovation. Sup, it's me. Then the Golden Witch appeared from atop the large staircase. As she gracefully waved her hand, followed by a piece of furniture she was fond of, she slowly descended the staircase. The goat nobles offered unanimous words of celebration in some long-forgotten language, and those who were deeply intimate embraced, filled with joy at their reunion. So the witch offered greetings of reunion. The witch's furniture followed behind her the whole time. There was a chain around its neck. The other end was gripped in the witch's hand like it was a trained dog. It wasn't there to restrain him. Those chains were a restraining device whose only purpose was to wound the furniture's dignity. He wasn't permitted to wear anything else on his body. One of the young women goats mixed in with the goat nobles. Quietly removed her goat mask as the furniture passed in front of her, and she spoke with eyes that had no light in them. That face seemed to belong to a long-haired young girl. How pitiful. Listen, I had money on you this time around. Like, how... At least tell me that now that you're for furniture, she's gonna get some working Wi-Fi in here. No? Alright.
Oh, Lady Berncastle, welcome. Do you like my furniture?
It's a nice hobby, I guess. Just saying only that, the witch called Berncastle once again put on her goat mask. It was swallowed up by the shadows of the other tall goats. I'm once again asking you to not be burnt.
Sore loser. She's ticked off, isn't she?
You're not... Wait. Who's that? Whose voice is that?
I don't know.
You're not wrong. The young woman goats giggled, and the witch once again let out a high-pitched laugh.
Thank you for gathering here for my sake. Why don't we enjoy to the fullest this banquet of the witch, where old friends have gathered from past and present, east and west. Come, we will eat all night, drink all night, slurp all night, and chew to bits all night as we enjoy ourselves. Look at the clock, as it marks when the ending hour and the beginning hour melt together. Come, let us begin the banquet of the witch.
When the witch announced the beginning of the banquet, the large clock pointed to 2400, and the sound of a bell began to ring out.
Come, now is the time. Open the golden door.
And get on the golden floor. No? We're not gonna walk the golden dinosaur? This is such a bizarre game. I scarcely know what to make of it. All at once, the butterflies, leafed in gold, flew all around inside the room. Amidst the golden storm and the brilliant gold-colored light, the barrier between this world and another was cut open. Surrounded by the goats' delighted voices, the mansion of the human world and the mansion of those not human overlapped. And the members of the household who praised the resurrection of the Golden Witch scattered into gold butterflies and poured out of the depths of hell. It was a golden tornado. A goldnado. A rondo of golden demons. A dondo. Nope, that didn't work. Come tonight, we will put aside rank. Throw open the wine cellar, drop the snake's head into the liquor pot, throw cows and chickens into the furnace alive, and drink and eat and sing and dance, sneer and kill and desecrate and degrade.
Ah, Beatrice, take me to the Golden Land now! To the Golden Land! Ah! Ah!
The goat nobles were suddenly crushing in around Kinzo, almost like they were kids demanding the signature of some famous movie star. There were only two differences. First, these were witches, not kids. And second, well, they were goats, so they might have been kids.
Nice.
Hey! And second, what these witches demanded was not a signature. The sea goat nobles began to drown Kinzo. Only Kinzo's laughing voice echoed throughout the area.
I see. We're doing...
It was a grand mixture of laughter and his death throes.
We're doing Eat the People.
And Kinzo became wine and meat and bread. An aroma if slurped, a rich taste if gnawed, and pleasant to tear to bits. The sound of his death throes lingered on sweetly, and if adorned with melted chocolate and golden argent, it would make a wonderful dessert. If you took the bones home, you could also use them in a soup, and the remains could become even toys for the children to play with. And they could also become splendid tools for fortune-telling that always brought misfortune. That entire scene was watched by the furniture. It was all fantastical. It was all demonic. Was the quaking of its supposedly paralyzed heart proof that it could still feel fear? At that time, its knees buckled and the furniture's body fell down to the middle of the carpet. After all, the witch had kicked those knees from behind.
Kneel and show your respect. Rub your forehead against the carpet and show how vulgar you are. Put your hands behind your back and swear that you will offer all your flesh and blood to me.
The furniture let out a painful voice. Fear is the most basic emotion humans have. Was that emotion reviving its sense of self, which should have already been slain?
Huh. So you are still far from suitable for my furniture. Very well.
Round 3?
I will carefully finish you, making you into the kind of furniture I like, the kind fitting only for me. As you are now, I doubt you can offer more than entertainment for our guests.
The goat nobles were surrounding the crouching furniture. It seemed their blazing, blood-red eyes couldn't hide their ecstasy at this new young food they'd been given. And from the ugly teeth that stuck out of countless mouths, saliva, or maybe the traces of meat and wine they had just eaten, dribbled down. Ah! As the furniture let out a wild scream, it retreated, still sitting on its backside, but the circle of goat nobles was closing in. Then the furniture looked at the witch's face. It had surrendered to the witch, so believing that the witch would show some compassion, it stared at her face in the end. But there was nothing but scorn on the witch's face, and she wasn't even facing the furniture anymore. The witch went off to greet honored guests with whom she had crossed gazes. The goat nobles looked down upon the furniture. Actually, they had been waiting. Just like how one must remove the cork in order to drink champagne, they had to wait for one thing before partaking the offering served at this banquet. Of course, the furniture didn't know about this thing, but it came out of its mouth all by itself. Out of his mouth all by itself. Just like the unavoidable pop of a cork, it inevitably came out of his mouth. Ah! It was a scream. It was a sign that marked the beginning of the modest banquet which he was to be served. Them some noises. Go. Oh. I didn't know that word.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, let me scroll back up and see it again, or
No.
are we done now?
I think it was just onomatopoeia.
Really? It seemed very specific, like he was stretching it out and then it said it all at once. I thought it was just random screaming, but...
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Gabubo gya guki boryu.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's not a word.
See, I didn't think it was either, but watch it be a thing. By now the garden was one of both roses and gold. A gold-colored garden where gold butterflies, gold fairies, and gold lizards rampaged and flew about wildly.
Maria, quickly, run! Quickly, 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 quickly!
Rosa grasped her gun and the blanket wrapped around the ingot, and ran at a speed Maria couldn't match, sometimes pausing to call out Maria to run faster. So she saw it every time. She saw the golden pursuers chasing them from the mansion. The mass of gold butterflies was chasing after them like a massive crawling hand, and strange-looking shadows with goat heads were chasing after them. There was no need for her to strain her eyes, because those blazing pupils told her what would happen if she was captured.
Mama, wait, Mama, wait, Mama, wait. Ow.
Maria fell down. For just an instant, Rosa was ashamed by thoughts of abandoning her daughter and running away. And at the instant her feet touched the ground, she ran back. The goat head that had sprinted over to get the first bite grabbed hold of the back of Rosa's own child's hair and pulled.
Mama, no.
Rosa slammed her into the... and rammed into the goat head with her shoulder, spun, bashed the back of her elbow into the goat's jaw, and buried her knee into its protruding chest. As she thrust the barrel of the gun inside the goat's head's mouth, as it doubled over from the pain in its gut.
Just try laying one finger on Maria in front of me. I'll show you just how lukewarm the hell you came from is.
Okay. Damn. Oh shit. That is some fantastic shit talk.
Yeah.
I'll show you how lukewarm the hell you came from is. Damn. Damn. Sorry, I need a moment to appreciate that. The blast from the Winchester 45's caliber long Colt bullet exploded inside the goat head's throat, and its medulla oblongata was instantly pulverized. The goat head hadn't understood. Thought women were like pre-opened wine bottles. I thought that turning them upside down would immediately make their deep red contents come out.
Mama.
Wait, does Maria not understand that going to the Golden Land means she's gonna get ate?
I don't know.
Maria, who had been released, hugged Rosa. But the pursuers were still coming. They could see the giant goat heads who had given up pretending to be human running towards them from across the rose bushes. Rosa spilled several extra bullets which had been in the pocket of her coat all over the place and told Maria to pick them up.
Yeah, pick up.
Maria. Oh, that's you.
If Mama falls down, run. Go to the shore and swim and swim and swim. There's nowhere for us to survive on this island.
No, I'm there with Mama. Ooh.
Rosa's gun roared 4 times, but even though 4 shots really did hit the massive approaching goats in the chest, they didn't even flinch. The goats ran with a violent vigor as though they planned to crush Rosa with Maria with those massive bodies.
Put the bullet in, quickly.
You.
Rosa grasped the blanket with the ingot in both hands, and she herself sprinted, pulling it along. Without even an ounce of fear, those strange-looking giants. Despite my daughter, I'll overcome even hell.
I'll show you. This golden dream!
Rosa roared. The goat heads roared. That terribly heavy ingot, after picking up a fearsome centrifugal force and speed, slammed into the goat head. I was wondering why she was... Clever. Rosa pulled a fountain pen from her pocket, but she held it crooked. She placed it in her palm, in the gap between her middle finger and her ring finger, so it stuck out when she made a fist, almost like a stinger was growing out of it. That stinger sliced into the left eye of the goat head as it fell over. Was the goat head's roar a scream? But Rosa's roar was different. She pulled back her fist and slammed it into the fountain pen that was still sticking into the goat head's eye. The pointed tip was gouged into the depths of its head. Shit, Rosa!
Mama, the bullet went in.
Good job.
When Rosa grabbed the gun Maria had thrown, the giant finally tumbled on the ground with a thunderous crash. However, at the same time, I saw the goat head pursuers on the other side of the rose bushes increase in number. I've gained enough distance for now. I held onto the blanket wrapped around the ingot and the gun, and once again ran with Maria. Why am I running with the gun in my right hand and the gold in my left? Why don't I let go with one hand and grasp Maria's hand? I can't let go of the gun that protects my body. I can't let go of the gold that protects my future. But even so, I've let go of the hand of my daughter, the one who is my future. Run, run, run. She got out of the rose garden and began to run down a staircase through the grove of trees. But Rosa knew. This path through the grove turned and twisted many times. It only seemed to be long. She tore straight through it. She had played there often since her childhood years. So she knew. To the beach, to the beach, to the sea, to the sea, to the sea. And after reaching the sea, nothing to do but swim, swim, swim. And if Maria can't swim, I'll carry her as I swim. There's nothing but death on this island.
Yeah.
Mama!
She raced down the stairs. She took a bad step. A violent pain ran up her left ankle and her mind went completely blank. Rosa fell down several stairs, shocked by her ankle, which was bent at an odd angle. And the blanket with the ingot wasn't there. She had let go of it the instant she fell and it had disappeared somewhere into the darkness. Only the gun was left. Tremors in the earth were growing closer. It was only a matter of time before the goat heads flooded in. She didn't want to imagine how many there would be, or how strange they would look. The lightly dancing gold pursuers arrived. The gold butterflies surrounded Rosa and Maria, waving and clamoring as though saying, "The prize is here, the prize is here!" Rosa couldn't even try to get up. The violent pain from her broken ankle was so great, she couldn't ignore it, even in her last moments. What am I doing? I had the gold, which would have been worth several million yen. Might have been able to start over with that. And yet I fell, I lost it, and now my own life is in danger, and Maria's too? What has my life been? I was born into an incomprehensible family with irritating older siblings since the day I was born. What did I do? No matter what I did or didn't do, I was always in trouble and bullied and made fun of. Was that what my life has been? Mama, 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 mama. The roar inside of Rosa's heart shriveled away and disappeared. It disappeared when she heard Maria's crying voice as she sobbed and clung to Rosa.
Maria, Mama remembered something she's got to do. Please go on ahead.
No, 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 no. I want to stay with Mama. I don't want Mama to die.
Maria, even though I'm such a bad mama, you still say you want to stay with me?
Yeah, I want to stay with you. I want to stay with Mama.
I made it look like I was putting you first, but I was always putting you off. I went to your athletic meet, I went to Parents' Day, but I was always thinking about how I appeared to the world, and you were never in my eyes. Are you saying that you want to stay with that kind of mother? Even though I've been such a bad mother?
Hey, Mama. Did you know? You're my only mama in this world. There's no good mama or bad mama. There's just one mama, so I don't need any other mama in this world. And I want to be your one and only Maria. The Maria you want to spoil when you're in a good mood, the Maria who's a nuisance and you don't want to be around, aren't different people. There's only one Maria. So the scary mama and the nice mama are the same. To me, they're my one and only mama.
I was such an idiot. I didn't need gold. If only I had just pulled you by the hand. I was such a stupid mama.
The shadows of the goats covered the sky even more thoroughly than the trees of the forest. Their roars blotted out the world with fear. Rosa still hugging Maria, readied her gun with one hand.
Maria, let's go together. I'll never leave you. Let's always stay together so that Mama never gets lost again.
Yeah, we'll be able to see each other soon. We'll be together forever. We'll be able to see each other in the golden land. And we'll play together. Play with the wolves and sheep puzzle. Mama hasn't solved more than one of the puzzles, but I've solved them all. So I'll be the real giver.
She had brought it as a birthday present, and then hadn't played it with Maria after that first night.
Yes, we'll play together. I promise.
Mama.
Those eyes, sparkling like red-hot lava, looked just like a group of fireflies. They danced, closed in, and attacked.
Ah, come on. Let whoever wants to eat the bullet Maria chambered for me step forward. Ah!
When the seagulls cried, there were no survivors. Again with the fantastic shit talk. What is the name? What is the name of this theme?
I don't know.
I feel like I need to look up this particular theme because that's the one that always kicks in when shit gets real. Golden Witch has prepared a gift for you in the commemoration of your stay. Find these new features on the title screen.
Well,
I
wonder if we've got another tea party.
Do we have another tea party?
I do believe we do.
All right, shall we go to episode 2 tea party?
Yeah. Let's have some tea.
And we'll also make sure in this episode we throw in the we'll check the tips again as well.
Yeah.
Purgatorio. Rosa awoke from her doze. Must have been a very deep sleep. Her mind was hazy, knees weak, arms, and she wasn't thinking clearly. Where is this? Felt like some mansion, but it didn't seem to be the Ushiromiya mansion. She could see a room that looked like a parlor, and there was some tea that had been prepared. It probably had been made for her. Around the room, some glitter that looked like gold leaf drifted about, making the scene look quite fantastical. When she eventually realized that they were gold butterflies, it further strengthened her impression.
Sup?
There was someone across from her. A woman. A lady. Oh, she didn't invite Rosa, but Maria wanted Rosa, so Rosa got to come anyway. A lady. It was the portrait's witch. She seemed to be having a one-sided conversation. She was probably talking to Rosa, but Rosa, whose mind was clouded up by a deep fog, didn't have a clue what was being said.
Choose whatever you please. If there is anything you want, I'll give it all to you. You can think of it as a reward for your good luck, or else as proper compensation for how you've answered to my demands. It may have been a truly trivial matter from your perspective. However, the deal was important enough to me to be deserving of this reward.
What is she talking about? She was, or maybe unknowingly, in collusion with Beato.
Maybe.
Which is why she... I don't know, but I don't know.
It's just that I am very much a witch. Perhaps you'd best ask for something only a witch can give you. What a rare chance this is to actually receive the favor of Beatrice the Golden. That's me, by the way.
Finally, Rosa started to feel the blood flowing through her body. Her movements were still sluggish, and she couldn't even voice the words she was thinking.
I am commonly called the Golden Witch. Bestowing a mountain of gold, like the one I gave Kinzo, is trivial to me. After all, you can measure all the pleasures of the human world with money. Therefore, gold is no more or less than the manifestation of the human world's pleasures. Can you imagine it? A mountain of gold that you couldn't use up as long as you lived.
So the witch blew on her pipe, multicolored smoke enshrouded their surroundings.
You want to hit this?
As she did this, the inside of the parlor was suddenly filled with stacks of gold ingots. It looked like a shining gold-colored wall. If each ingot was worth several 10 million yen, how much would all of this be worth? It seems sinful to even think of such a number. And yet, still only 1% of the net worth of Jeff Bezos. Actually, he got supplanted. He's not the richest man in the world anymore.
Huh.
Do you know that?
I didn't.
Just recently.
However, the human world is difficult. I know there are some things that cannot be settled, no matter how high into the sky you pile up gold. I know there are cracks that cannot be filled. I won't make light of that. Which is why this is a gift that only a witch such as I can give. Why don't I fill those cracks in for you? I bet you didn't think you'd hear me say that sentence. Yes, how about this? It's something only I can give. You should be very happy. No need to thank me out loud. I can tell right away. It's written on your face and in the corners of your heart.
Is it Maria? Rosa felt a touch of discomfort at this witch, who kept on talking even though Rosa hadn't uttered a single word. But since she still couldn't manage to speak and was so helpless that it was difficult to even move her finger, she couldn't do anything but listen. It's because Beto's not talking to her, right? She's talking to someone else in the room.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
How far must the deep wounds in your heart recede before they can be healed? This is deep, quite deep indeed. Sometimes wounds close up while a fragment of foreign matter remains inside. Even when such wounds appear to have healed, they continue to throb for all eternity. Sometimes you have to open the wound once more in order to heal it completely.
As the witch spoke, she stared deep into Rosa's eyes. What in the world was she peering at? Rosa felt uncomfortable, but she couldn't look away.
So, your pain was already faded by the time of your birth.
Okay, she is talking to Rosa. Okay.
How heartbreaking. You don't have to say it. I understand. I understand.
Rosa was gradually being sucked into the witch's eyes. Then the world grew dark, spinning round and round as she was sucked in. Rosa, Rosa, why are you such an idiot? It's Kraus Nissan's voice. Nah! Kraus Nissan is a real adult, so he's very smart. So he hated the stupid kid, Rosa. It's me. You thought you could get rid of me. He was a very scary person. I was often hit in my... Oh, do you want to read this since it's Rosa monologuing?
Sure. He was a very scary person. I was often hit, and my toys were taken from me and broken. I was apparently being punished for something bad I'd done, but I never really understood what it was or why I was being punished. I was always punished suddenly and then later told what the punishment was for in a forced manner, but it was always something I didn't remember doing. So I really hated Kraus Nissan.
Nah. This is her.
Rosa, Rosa, why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Ava Ne-san's voice. Ava Ne-san is a real adult, so she's very smart. So she hated the stupid kid, Rosa. She was always a very sly person, and she often lied to me, tricked me, bullied me all the time. Apparently I was stupid, and she said it was only natural for stupid people to be swindled by those smarter than them. So I wanted to become a wise person like Ava Ne-san and listen to what she said, but when I obeyed her, for some reason, someone always got really mad at me. So I really hated Ava Ne-san. Rosa, Rosa, why are you such an idiot? Oh, that's Rudolph Nissan's voice. Rudolph Nissan really knows how to get things done. So he hated the stupid kid, Rosa. When Kraus Nissan was around, he would be friendly with Kraus Nissan. When Ava Ne-san was around, he would be friendly with Ava Ne-san. And when Kraus Nissan wasn't around, he would be violent like Kraus Nissan. And when Ava Ne-san wasn't around, he would play dirty like Ava Ne-san. And even though he was also bullied most of the time, when Kraus Nissan and Ava Ne-san weren't around, he gave me 2 people's worth of bullying. So I really hated Rudolph Nissan.
You know, I'm beginning to think maybe the Ushiromiya family isn't that great.
Yeah, it seems pretty fucked up, huh?
There's something about... In this kind of like the subtext of this game, I think, where just the Ushiromiya family seemed like maybe not a great place to grow up. I don't know. I'm just getting that impression.
One wonders why Battler yeeted himself out of there at the first opportunity, huh?
Yeah. Like, I'm actually thinking Battler had the... Did we ever establish why he came back for this one?
I don't know.
I think there might have been some excuse towards the beginning of the game that I didn't really understand the significance of, but...
Oh, but these were my memories from when I was a kid. It's common for unfair things to happen between kids, and you mustn't hold on to grudges for such things forever. With time, those memories get buried away, and forgetting them bit by bit is supposed to be part of growing up and becoming an adult. So becoming an adult is the same as separating yourself from all those memories. And because of that, no matter how much time passed, Rosa couldn't become an adult. Even though she had been blessed with a daughter called Maria and was called a mother, she didn't at all feel like she had become an adult. The witch pitied her for that, and she smiled, saying she could heal that pain herself. How can I heal you? It's possible, but not easy. I might rewind time and giving you a world where you have no older siblings. But that way, your memories of being hurt by your older siblings wouldn't remain. And in that sense, while you might call it a gift, you wouldn't be able to accept it. A person is only satisfied when their starvation is healed. But if you make it so they never starved in the first place, none of them will thank you. Just like how there are no young people who give thanks for their daily gluttony. Understand? I think she's telling me something really complicated. In short, even if she makes it so I never had older siblings, that wouldn't remove my pain. Maybe that's what she's saying. Strictly speaking, that's not quite right. Healing isn't the same thing as removing pain. It's the pleasure we earn as compensation for withstanding pain. Therefore, removing the pain isn't healing. To know the joy of healing, you have to know the pain. Which means you must know joy in order to compensate you for your pain. You should be proud of your past sufferings. After all, they are what makes it possible for you to know pleasure that those without pain will never experience. Those who experience this pleasure cannot help but pass on the same joy to others.
Beato, suffering is good actually, Golden Witch. When the witch snapped her fingers, even though the room was still filled with a mountain of gold and had already lost all semblance of reality, a fabulous tablecloth appeared on top of the table, and a wonderful meal was laid out, almost as though it was the opening of a banquet in a castle from some fairy tale. For an instant, Rosa truly did feel a pleasurable surprise at how fabulous it was, but at the time she felt a bit of an anticlimax. After all, she didn't think being bullied by her siblings could be wiped away by just one meal, no matter how delicious.
Food is the source of many human pleasures. You simply must eat like a pig as long as you live. If one meal isn't enough, then have as many as you want. Until the pain of your heart is healed, why not continue this gourmet banquet? Come to think of it, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know if this will actually work. But anyway, begin it, furniture.
As the witch clapped twice, there were suddenly 2 go-ahead servants there, and they began to prepare the meal. From the beautiful dishes adorning the table, they efficiently took some food and began to pile it up on Rosa's plate. It really did look delicious, but Rosa's body still felt as heavy as lead. There was no way she'd be able to eat. Maybe they also understood that. The goat-head servants tied a napkin around Rosa's collar and gallantly brought a glass of before-dinner alcohol to her mouth, tilting it for her. She remembered an old servant who had once carried rice porridge to her mouth when she was laid up with a high fever. She couldn't drink it well, and it dripped down from her mouth, but she felt the fragrant sweetness spread throughout her mouth.
It's a sweet aperitif of noble rot German-made wine. A wine cocktail of white wine mixed with a crimson golden drop. If I had to give it a name, I'd call it a Bloody Kraus. Soaked with just a golden drop of your brother's blood that was squeezed out of a compressor.
Rosa coughed violently, and the bright red that stained her face made it look as though she had coughed up blood.
You know a lot about black tea, so you should know what it means, right? Golden drop refers to the last drop in a drink. It is called the most precious drop in black tea. So a golden drop of blood is the same, the last and most precious drop of blood squeezed out of a human. We squeeze it using that.
As the witch snapped her fingers, a bright red veil that had been set up before something large was removed. The solemn and massive machine there was just like a coffin for a large-sized person, with many large bulb-like things stuck to it. It looked like a sinister torture device. Nah, I don't like where this is going at all. The accommodations here are definitely subpar. I'm gonna leave a 3-star rating.
You know what? You know what? Yes, Beato, turn up the squeezing.
By its unnerving shape, she could tell that with a human strength, it could be used to tighten and compress something. It seemed like there were still some squeezed dregs remaining, because of the bright red remains that stained it.
But you can't take more than one golden drop at once. No matter what kind of human you take it from, you can't get more than one drop. But I am a witch. Reviving a person is easy for me.
Oof. I was wondering when this scene was gonna get, like, truly fucked up, and...
Beato is here, so it's inevitable.
When the witch snapped her fingers, the human compressor suddenly began to shake. No, she could also hear a groan. It looked almost as though someone sleeping in that man-sized coffin had woken up and was now struggling to get out. But that was wrong. What was inside had definitely been squeezed dregs. Using her magic, the witch had once again revived the squeezed dregs to how they'd been before they were squeezed. 3 goat-head servants with muscular physiques approached the compressor and forcefully started tightening the large bulb. As they did, an unearthly moan came from inside the coffin. Rosa thought she knew the owner of that voice. Nah! 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 I want to speak to your manager!
It is fitting for cooking to be done in the kitchen. Enough, stand back. Do you understand how precious a golden drop is? To have it stained this crimson requires that several dozen people's worth be squeezed.
The witch definitely said that only one golden drop could be taken from a single human. And yet she had dozens of people's worth of golden drops from a single human. Only a witch could do this. The Golden Witch Beatrice, or she could lie about it. That's beside the point. The Golden Witch Beatrice could kill a single human endlessly. In other words, before Beatrice, even death did not mean freedom.
Do you need me to put it a different way? Have you forgotten the day this man hit you? When you swallowed the blood that ran into your mouth? That's right, remember that taste? Remember the taste of the tears that you spilled until you were dry? I believe this aperitif will be sufficient to heal that regrettable memory.
I'm beginning to think Beato isn't worried about healing Rosa's trauma at all. I think she might have an ulterior motive. I don't know. What do you think? It seems a little bit suspect.
I'm not sure if it's that or if it's just that Beato is so broken that she thinks this will work.
I was just shitposting there, but yeah, imagine if that is what we're getting at.
Like, starting to feel that maybe...
Yeah.
Maybe she's being sincere here and is just not quite...
Really wish step 1 had worked with the initial healing bit.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have saved all this trouble. Once again, the goat-head servants tilted a deep red glass against her mouth. Rosa tried resisting by closing her lips, but the deep red liquid was relentlessly poured into her mouth, which hung open with shock, and the inside of her mouth was filled with a ghastly sweetness. It definitely was a fragrant sweetness. The living blood of her brother, who had given her so many hateful thoughts and made her soak her pillow so many times, had been collected from his death, repeated dozens of times. How could the crimson-stained wine not be sweet? But Rosa tried to spit it out. Because of that, the deep red wine of that spilled out of Rosa's mouth looked just like a bloodstain. Now that she knew what this ghastly substance was, a simple aperitif, Rosa couldn't help but feel uncomfortable about what would happen if this banquet continued. Now she's feeling uncomfortable.
That is a double-tongued salad made from vegetables in season. On your 9th birthday, you make a wish that you'd someday get to chew this to bits, the salad made from Ava's tongue.
When Rosa heard the true nature of the pink-colored meat piled up in the salad, she had a sudden impulse to vomit her guts out. Furthermore, the goat servant stuck a fork in it and carried it to Rosa's mouth.
How does your double-tongued sister taste? It must be quite soft and enchanting, right?
It probably would be quite sweet and soft and enchanting in her mouth. After all, Ava's lies were always sweet, and young Rosa had always listened to them. And you might say the stimulating pepper seasoning expressed the truth behind those lies well. That's you. Do you wanna give it a go? That's fine. As the tongue salad kept being pushed into Rosa's mouth was covered with saliva, she spat it out. The goat-head servants carefully returned it to the plate and carried it to Rosa's mouth over and over again.
It goes without saying, but I made this salad liberally, using 5 of Ava's tongues. You can't get more than 1 tongue out of a person, but I can get them over and over.
As Rosa's tears dripped down, she resisted frantically. However, the only way she could resist was by refusing to swallow. And even if she didn't swallow it, the taste of the French dressing increasingly permeated Rosa's mouth.
Does it not please you? There's lots more. Sea bass pie, even, not bass.
Sea bass. No, sea bass. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Wrapped in the skin of Rudolph's
Bloop,
face.
Bloop, 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 bloop. It's the sea bass.
I see. Soup with boiled brains, liver pate, and look forward to dessert. It's not just your siblings, see? I have lavishly assembled all of those whom you have trusted and yet by whom you were betrayed. Why don't we just continue this banquet for all eternity until your heart is satisfied? For all eternity. You're happy, right, Ushiromio Rosa? Don't pretend you hate it. I know that you're actually happy, okay? If you want to laugh, then do so. And if you won't feel better until you've heard a raw performance of your annoying older sibling's screams, I'll let you hear them as much as you like. Fear not, your reluctance doesn't trouble me. That's just your personality, right? On the inside, you're actually so happy that your skin is crawling all over. And yet, on the outside, you're merely pretending that all this causes you pain. Yes?
It's all right. Here there is no need to worry about honor. Oh, that's Beato, probably.
It's all right. Here there is no need to worry about honor or your public image or anything. So laugh as much as you want and chew it to bits. Isn't this the best banquet, Ushiromio Rosa? Please stop. Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to leave dessert as a surprise, but let me reveal it now anyways. Maybe that will be enough incentive for you to eat up the full course. Your dessert is that beloved daughter that you had to keep pretending to love. Oven-baked Maria with apples. Doesn't that sound yummy? Once you eat this, you will be released from everything. Freedom, you see, freedom! Finally, Rosa will gain freedom as an individual person. Aren't you happy?
I'm the 5th course.
You should be happy. Drool is hanging from your mouth. Just try looking in a mirror.
Suddenly, a muscular goat cook was holding Maria under his arm.
Hey, Mama.
And Maria gazed at Rosa with a face that was only slightly sad.
Mama, was I a burden?
You aren't a burden.
Rosa spat out the food that was constantly being carried to her mouth. She was covered with filth and saliva and blood. She resisted filthily and screamed.
You think I'm a burden? I don't mind if you eat me. After all, I'm always doing horrible things to you. Even when you bring a man over, I can't stay quiet. I spend the night out with a man, I get lonely, unruly, and make a mess in my room. When I go to search by myself, I get lost, the police pick me up, and you're shamed. When you don't come home for several days, I cry and have to be consoled by the neighbors. You're shamed. Because I'm like this, I'm a burden to Mama. Sorry for being born, so I'll become delicious oven-baked apples for Mama's sake. And then maybe Mama will be happy I exist for the first time.
Oof.
Maybe she'll eat me and think I'm delicious. Isn't it delicious? Be choked up with tears of gratitude. Your daughter is saying... Oh, Your daughter's saying this much for you, right? It's really unclear who's speaking right now.
Definitely still Maria.
Oven baked apples and your beloved daughter make for the best dessert. You managed to raise such delicious ingredients. Are you the best mother, Usharonia Rosa? Mama, thanks for everything. Bye-bye.
Wait, Maria, that's wrong. Stop it already. No, I didn't want something like this. Please stop. Please forgive me. No, stop it already. Don't put it in my mouth. Have you been satisfied with my hospitality?
2 stars. I don't want to leave a 1 star because I know it affects your livelihood, but...
Then I'll have you accept it. That I am a witch. Proclaim it. Usharomia Rosa accepts that Beatrice is a witch. I accept it. Usharomia Rosa accepts that Beatrice is a witch. So give Maria back. Release me. I finally made you acknowledge it. That crafty battler has already surrendered, and I made Rosa, the fool who denied me even after being invited to the Golden Land, accept it. Perfect. It's perfect. I've accomplished my perfect victory.
Wait, we're only 2 chapters. All right.
Come, bring Maria. Prepare a delicious oven roast for Rosa. No, Maria. I think that
Looks delicious. Slice up your cow tits and make me a sandwich.
What? That voice. Ah.
Guess who's back? It's Meta Battler, bitch! An arm grabbed the back of the witch's head and smashed her face into the table. As it did, the witch broke to pieces, turned into a cloud of gold butterflies, and reformed into her body a short distance away.
Battler? You bastard! I thought you'd surrendered so far that even your soul was furniture.
Me too, but while I was listening to that gross recipe, I started to get a little hungry. No, make me a sandwich!
Wow.
But in the okay, you know what? You're right. Even ironic sexism is still sexism. I take that back.
Okay, good.
All right. Now that we've cleared that up, now I feel like eating a whole roast witch. And Maria, it's 10 years too early for you to talk about having someone eat you up. But
Wow.
I
Fuck you, Battler.
wish I had read that sentence before it. Okay. Battler. What the shit?
Battler-kun.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Aunt Rosa. Sorry to keep you waiting. There it is. I'd forgotten. This is a one-on-one fight between me and this woman. It's totally wrong for me to give in. Thanks to you hanging in there, I've got my will to fight back. How did my dad taste?
Actually, you know, I did say I was hungry.
You know what?
It would be a shame to let this
Battler
go to
just
waste.
takes like a small step. They could take it or leave it.
This person, he gave up down to the depths of his soul and surrendered to me, didn't he? I see. He doesn't know when to give up, just like what I'd expect from Ushiromi Akinzo's grandchild. So the chick of a phoenix is a phoenix after all. How dashing, how amusing. I wouldn't have it any other way. I wouldn't have you any other way, Battler. Try to deny me, I'll completely and thoroughly smash you to bits. Let me make you surrender over and over again. I'll teach you. One who has licked my shoes. I won't let you forget that, by the way.
Oh!
The taste of defeat over and over again.
It was only the one. It was only just a little bit of tongue. You know, like the part of the shoe that's called the tongue. That's the joke. No problem, I'll teach you that I, Ushiromi Battler, am a man who can stand back up even after crawling through the mud. I've never been invincible in a fight. I've lost loads of times, but I'll definitely crawl through the mud and stand up again. And then I'll finish this. In a man's fight, you don't lose until you accept defeat, no matter how much you get beat up. Objection, you bitch! Don't think about it just because you took a shot at me. I'll give you a good show, Beatrice!
I'll accept your challenge, Ushiromi Battler. Furniture, begin preparations for the next game. While we're waiting, why don't you tell me all about it? There were a lot of closed rooms in this game. Using red, I've smashed to bits most of the methods by which you tried to talk yourself out of them. What other evasive quibbles will you show me now? The lock to the chapel, the lock to Jessica's room, the lock to the servant room, the lock to Natsuhi's room, the lock to the parlor.
I still think some of these could be solved by the like especially in Jessica's case. It could be that she was stabbed, ran into her room, locked herself, and then died of her wounds in there. I think we're not.
Use your bizarre specialty, those delusions, rantings, daydreams, and bluffs, all slanted with ridiculous, incredible turns of events, and show how you can thoroughly deny me.
It's useless. It's all useless. Anyway, please look forward to episode 3. It'll be a great time. Featuring me, Battler.
I'm just picturing Beato doing all that to Rosa, not because torture, but because like, oh yeah, that's what I'd want someone to do if like I had been in that situation and my family was so shit, I'd probably just eat them, right?
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I'm doing her a favor.
I wonder. Well, here's the thing. I don't think that's the case because
It's
she's
not,
explicitly
'cause- yeah.
and she's in purgatory.
Yeah, well,
Like-
Purgatorio, whatever that is.
Purgatorio.
It's where all
It's
the tea parties
purgatory,
seem
but
to
you
happen.
wanted it to sound like it was Latin. It's purgatory, but you wanted to look like you're really smart. It's purgatory, but you played a Bayonetta game once.
I think you'll find. Didn't this come first? I'm pretty sure this came first.
It did. I'm being. Actually, what year was this released?
I don't remember.
I'm guessing early thousands, right?
I forgot about unlimited hats.
Hats unlimited.
Unlimited hat works.
So many hats.
That's my reality marble.
So many. That's good. Reality marble. Hold on. Umineko. When they cry. It was first released in 07, actually. Sold out in 30 minutes on its first run.
What?
So, its first print run sold out in 30 minutes.
Really?
It was at Comic Kit.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I wish I could read some of these credits.
Yeah.
I feel like at some point, I just need to give in and learn a little bit of basic Japanese. And, like, make the effort that... Because at some point, like, it's... The way that we've angled ourselves, we consume so much stuff from Japanese culture, it feels like we're just kind of locking ourselves out. I don't know, maybe I will sometime.
Maybe.
It's also good to learn another language.
Indeed. Oh hey, 5PPE was involved?
Apparently. They're involved in a lot of things. I know them. And they were involved in a lot of visual novel translations we've read. Not just the Steins Gate one. Did I see them involved with Yuno?
I'd believe it.
I could have sworn... Don't take that as gospel, but I'm pretty sure that they were involved with Yuno. At least the version of it I
Oh
played.
no, the scrolling credits have given me the thing that now that they've stopped, all the world looks like it's trying to scroll.
You alright there?
The fucking Star Wars credit syndrome. I hate it. Alright, what now?
Alright. Question mark. Wait. What?
What's question mark?
Welcome to the tea party of those who are... Oh, right. We got round 2. Tea party round 2.
Wait, have we seen episode 1 of this?
We did.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, that's where Bern was up.
Oh, it was.
That's where we saw Bernie.
It was.
How'd you forget about Bernie?
Well then, did you find that game enjoyable?
When a game's that one-sided, it goes beyond riveting and becomes boring. Do you have, like, Puyo Puyo? I like that one.
No, but I do have
I like
Uno.
Arl and Carbuncle. You have Uno, do you? For what system do you have it on?
Xbox.
Okay. Okay. We're just gonna dance around this. Okay, that's fine.
My, but you're as harsh as always. Considering how proud I was to have created a development so impactful that it might satisfy even the boredom-hating Lady Burncastle. This response is quite harsh. I, on the other hand, love boredom.
I mean...
I go to those boredom conferences, and then I kill everyone.
Well, I'll admit, it was impactful. However, it was horrible as a fair game. Unless you make the conditions a bit more even.
Are you saying there's no way to win? Not even for Lady Burncastle?
I wonder what you mean by that, Beato.
There's no need to try and fool me. I already know that you're no bystander. Were you planning on hiding it? You're an outrageous person to come into someone else's territory from such a great distance, to work against them. You came to watch from the sidelines, and probably to push strongly for my defeat.
Can you blame me? You're kind of an asshole.
Yeah, that's fair. I've guessed right, haven't I?
And if so?
Truly amusing. That I should be granted a chance to fight against Lady Burncastle, the strongest of witches who defeated Lady Lambda Delta, is truly a pleasure.
Yeah, I guess. I'm also pleased. Came all this way because I really wanted to see you brimming with confidence. Fall apart and lose.
What an honest person. Even so, it would be a shame if the contest between me and the great Lady Burncastle was resolved without at least one observer.
Oh no! Oh no! You called her here, didn't you? That kid.
Uh-oh, are we getting the next witch? Are we getting the next witch?
Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Who the...
It's witches all the way down.
Okay.
I'm calling it now. Every time around, we're just gonna get more witches and more witches and more witches. Until chapter 8, when it's just a clusterfuck. You can't even see the Ushiromias under all the witches.
Soon our MST3K theater is just gonna be only witches all the way down. Oh, I found you. I finally found you, Burncastle. How are you, Lambda? Looks like you got lots of spare time, too. Wonder if it's fate that the pair who hates boredom should run into each other again. Is she also a Higurashi?
Nah.
Okay. Stupid kid.
What do you mean also?
Didn't you say Bernie was from Higurashi?
I don't think I did.
Huh. I don't know where I got that from.
Maybe it I can't say too much.
Okay. Can't you see you're only one against me because of a little luck and a problem with compatibility? That became such a brag, and now you're even picking a fight with Beatrice? Shouldn't you learn your place? My voice is high and squeaky. Beatrice is strong, and she's even more brutal than I am. Just a bit. And by the way, don't go shortening people's names without their permission. Oh wait, this is Lambda Delta. I thought she was defeated.
I defeated for which doesn't seem to stick.
Okay. You're dumb too, Beato. If this kid's in your game, she'll make a mess of everything.
I certainly didn't just bring Lady Lambda Delta here to watch from the sidelines. After informing me that you were betting against me, she said that she would bet against you.
Oh no. You're
still holding a grudge, aren't you? Because I'm the strongest witch in the universe. But I lost to you, which means I'm not the strongest. It's a transitive thing. So any enemy of yours is my ally.
Is that why it was specifically Halloween themed?
Maybe. I don't know.
Huh.
And there you have it, with the Great Lady Burncastle as our opponent. This may not even count as a handicap, but it should make for good entertainment.
2v1ing me again. Do as you like. Now that I've been exposed, allow me to get serious.
That would be well. Going easy has never been written in my dictionary. Lady Lambda Delta, let us enjoy our precious time together.
Yeah, I'll be counting on you, Lady Beatrice. Been betrayed pretty badly by her, too. Till the two of us smash her up and pay her back double, I won't be able to rest. I'll be counting on you, Lambda. And you, Beato. No matter what we fight over, this will be a very significant battle for us all. That's right. Of course they don't plan on losing, but we gotta go beyond who wins and who loses.
After all, we hate boredom.
The three witches giggled, cackled, and guffawed. Why do you two always sound like you're bored all the time? What are you smoking? Can I have some?
Yes.
That's right. I should thank you, Beato. Looks like I'll finally be able to escape my boredom. Do your best to entertain me, along with Lambda Delta.
Leave it to me.
We're decided, Beato. Let's start a strategy meeting right now. I know all this girl's weak points, and I'll teach you all of them.
And yet, Lady Lambda Delta, you were defeated by her.
Ugh, I won't tell you. Soon.
I see. She's never boring, that Lady Lambda Delta.
Isn't she? Take care of her. She gets lonely easily.
I see. So she's one of those that are popular these days. As expected from Lady Lambda Delta.
Are you saying she's tsundere?
Quite cutting edge.
Go already. The kid's waiting for you to chase after her.
Then, if you'll excuse me, see you next game.
I'm still here. Sorry. That troublesome came, but don't mind it. More importantly, things sure got ugly. Thought I experienced a very tragic end in Lambda's game, but this one is exceptionally horrible. Can't say I don't understand why you're hugging your knees and closing up your heart. If you meet a fate like that a few more times, it'll take a lot less than 100 years to kill your heart. Beato saw through me, so I'll confess. You're now just like I was in the past, when I was imprisoned inside Lambda's world. Shut inside a labyrinth of cruel fate, tormented by a witch, in a manner of speaking. I'm a witch who was born from there, so maybe I'm like an older sister to you. So I decided that I'll lend you my power. However, when compared to my fate, yours is truly brutal. Not only do I sympathize with you, I'm almost brought to tears by your tragic fate. But please, don't lose heart. Please don't submit to Beato, no matter what. Certainly that child's game is quite unfair. I've only been allowed a glimpse of the game board. The unfair and clever devices set up on the stage are so disgusting that I imagine they far surpass those on Lambda Delta's game board. What's even more frightening is that when the kid moves a piece, she doesn't always make the best possible move. That's where she's very different from Lambda. Lambda always uses an overpowering number of pieces to make the best possible move in order to win. Beato sometimes intently goes easy on her opponent when she moves her pieces. Since, when we're in trouble, we try to seek out our opponent's strategy by looking at their moves. It creates a very formidable amount of noise in our information. That might cause a troublesome amount of disorder. However, as in chess, though a player might be able to create some noise for their opponent with a useless move, they'll still miss out on the more valuable move they avoided. In other words, it's not like your opportunities to take advantage of this are zero. Although you may not be able to believe it, that analogy holds true for this game as well. Though those developments look so overpowering, it actually was a weak point. A weak point that it looks like Almost looks like she wanted you to take advantage of it. I don't know if it's a trap or if she's testing us. Anyway, don't surrender. Don't stop thinking. Don't deny any possibility. As long as you continue to hold the will to fight, Beto will not win. It's the most important element in defense during a witch's battle. Rather than trying to win, try not to lose. If accepting her means your defeat, then you definitely mustn't accept her. Like you did, you asshole. You almost cost us the entire game that...
I had like $50 riding on this.
You know what? That's beside the point. Making you accept witches. There's no longer any doubt that this is one of Beatrice's victory conditions. Now that I've announced I'm your ally, I too will make as great an effort as possible to lend you my power. Make an effort yourself as well. You're still hugging your knees? Quickly stand back up. Sounds like, what did I used to say again? Go for it. Yay. Nipa. So embarrassing for this. I've done this much for you, so quickly stand back up. Yeah, or even recharge the Joy-Cons. We'll have to split up and each use on a single Joy-Con because we got 4 players now. There you are. I wonder where Burn shrank off to. Could she be any more... Wow. Could she be any more silly? Even so. Just like usual, the pieces of Burn's shoes are pretty shabby. It's the same with chess, right? If all your pieces were pawns, you'd have 0 chance to win, right? If all your pieces were rooks and bishops, you definitely wouldn't lose. The last time, right when I felt just a little pity, she said she could start pieces anywhere she wanted. The idiot Burn, without taking notice of my compassion, started with all her pawns on my side of the board. I really hope this isn't spoiling a game I haven't played yet. What's up with that? That wasn't a loss or anything. Just remembering it makes me queasy. Because of that, I won't be able to rest until I see Burn's speechless face. And since you, Burn's piece fucked up so bad. Wow.
I just didn't expect it. It's like this game was doing very good at going in hard without going in hard, you know? It's just there it is. I guess we're edge now.
And since you, Burn's piece fucked up so bad. Ooh, I like saying that. I'm feeling just great. Plus, you may not look it, but that girl really hates to lose. So I bet she's off somewhere grinding her teeth and crying her eyes out right now. How totally bad of her. Come on, laugh with me. No? Not gonna laugh with me? Alright. Wait a sec. You still hugging your knees? Let you go you off. You already like this just because Beto got a little serious? Should be any more pathetic. You're so pathetic, I'll help you just a little bit. I, the great lady Lambda Delta, the great witch of certainty. Oh! And the strongest in the universe. Will bring your hopelessly low chances of winning just a little bit closer to certainty. Should thank me. You know, Beatrice may be a really cruel and powerful witch, but she's no match for me. Why? Because she's soft. Though she'll set up the board in a way that'll let her win with just a few more moves, she'll intentionally avoid cornering you. She'll do things like take worthless pieces and place excess pieces on the board just to make things more one-sided. Simply put, she's got a bad habit of playing around as soon as she thinks she's won.
Yeah, that fits.
Almost all the various attacks that hurt you and Burn look like utter waste and overkill to me. In other words, she's got a weakness and you've got a chance. See? She's an opponent to be afraid of, right? She sometimes makes mistakes for her means. She sometimes mistakes her means for her ends. And she has too much dark fun. Sometimes it even ends with creating and exposing her own weak points. For a super powerful witch like me, it's hard to understand why she's able to act so tough. Why she lowers her own chances of winning. But, well, because of that, a witch like Burn, who likes to thoroughly read her opponent, has a really bad affinity with her. Because reading her doesn't work. It's really easy for Burn to read and handle a straightforward and honest type like me. Annoyingly enough. Well, still, super firepower type like me can flat out beat up a light, wide-range barrage type like Beatrice. It's kind of like rock, paper, scissors. If I'm paper, Beato's rock. Which means Burn is scissors. Well, maybe that doesn't matter. Even though my paper loses to Burn scissors. If I was just a sheet of paper, super paper, which is way more awesome than normal.
This is starting to sound like some of the 3rd grade rock, paper, scissors things that... No, it's not paper, it's super paper. You can't cut super paper, I win.
Basically, I, Lady Lambda Delta, am super paper. Looks like you've regained a bit of your color. That Beato, she's having fun torturing some piece called Rosa. At a glance, you think she's a really nasty taste, right? Wrong. She's just killing time, hoping you'll stand back up and return. It's a move to fire up your righteous indignation by intentionally doing something detestable. Yeah, man, I hate kids like that.
It's weird to me thinking that Beato's the new kid on the block.
Anyway, I'm gonna head on back. You want like a soda? Want something out of the fridge? Got like
Blood.
orange juice, blood.
More blood. More blood. It's mostly blood.
No, hold on, they have some Moxie. Ew. Why would you put that in the fridge? Don't tell anyone about me helping you out just a little bit. I mean, it's not like I helped you because I wanted to save you, okay? Soon.
I've been practicing.
I had the strongest switch in the universe. I had only thrown stolen away when I lost to Burn. So I gotta take it that those thrown back from her. But if she loses to Beato here, then it's Beato who will get the position of strongest next, right? Well, it's not like I'm complaining. It'd be easier to steal thrown back from Beato, but then I wouldn't be satisfied, see? I will defeat Burn, and I'll take back my position as the strongest. It's not like I'm really helping you, okay? I won't forgive you if you make Burn cry. Sure hope I didn't spoil any of that other game for you that you haven't played yet. Could you imagine if I did that? I mean, could you imagine playing a series starting for the second game rather than the first?
I'm loving that the witches all here are clearly operating on a different level from the humans, where it's like, oh yeah, we're all here to kill each other, and I am super paper.
The achievement is called I am super paper.
Like we're all here to kill each other brutally in this horrible time loop game, but we're all like cackling and laughing about it and having tea for a while because like we're doing this because we want to.
All right, before we go, let's check the tips.
Yeah, let's check.
Okay, starting in the top.
That looks the same.
This all looks the same.
What's next? What the fuck?
What? That button hasn't been there the entire time, right? That's new?
I think that's new. I don't understand what is going on here.
Hold on. All right, so wait, we got Kinzo and then... Nope, that just brought me back.
Let's check in episode 1 and see if that next button was there. It wasn't.
No, but there was an execute. The execute button was what I was thinking of. Okay.
The execute button is here still too.
Okay. So. If we execute. Missing finally reached the golden land he so desired to see. However, since the fool was unwilling to accept it, the magic was wasted once again. Even so, he was probably happy. After all, he managed to be reunited with the Golden Witch, if only for a brief time. Afterwards, he was crushed to bits and eaten by demons and went to hell.
Worth it!
And what about Kraus? So the tips from these are the same as they were, and then these are... Okay, we've seen these ones. These are... Yeah,
Have
okay.
we?
Yeah, because this is what it looked like when he died then.
Okay. What else we got?
Because it was like, stomachs are packed full of candy. Remember? So what are the ones that we haven't seen?
What's Nanjo's? Oh, we have seen this one.
Yeah, this alone isn't enough. Once she's executed, this is what she becomes?
Interesting. What happens if we click it again?
Just changes back.
Huh.
Oh, wait.
What a useless dream, to try to kill me despite being a mere human. Fire your bullets, and they will merely reflect back toward you like light off a mirror. However, there does exist just one way to kill me. You hold that method in the palm of your hand. Though I doubt one as mediocre as you could ever pull it off.
I understand it. It's the computer mouse.
I see.
Okay.
She likes ice cream. I don't know if we had established that.
That's important to know.
Yeah.
Okay. What about Battler's execute screen? Missing. He looks indignant that you tried to kill him. He did surrender to the witch at one point, but he pulled himself together and resigned to his will to fight. I see. So Witch's Battler makes a great toy for him smashing. Battler confirmed for Smash Bros? That explains why she's always breaking him, fixing him, and breaking him again. Torture is meaningless if you kill the subject. You've got to alternate between causing pain and letting them rest. Okay. What about Genji? Missing. Selfless furniture seeks nothing but repose in the Golden Land. However, since a fool obstinately rejects the Golden Land, it seems his time of repose is unlikely to come soon. Afterwards, he was torn to pieces and eaten by demons and went to hell. Cool. What about you, Rosa? Missing. In the Golden Land, she finally found a treasure more precious than gold. However, it lasted only a brief time. Because of a fool, she was forced once again to lose what she finally had found. Afterwards, she was chewed into a pulp by demons and went to hell. Sweet. Maria. Missing. In the Golden Land, she learned that her mother still truly loved her. At least for now, she is satisfied. Oh, good end! I think that's everyone we didn't see during the course of the game.
Did we see Goda?
The cook was cooked. Nah. That's actually pretty fun.
And did we see Shannon? I don't think we saw that final round.
Oh, I don't think we saw Shannon and George. You're right. Actually, Shannon died in Natsuhi's room with her forehead pierced by a large weapon shaped like a stake. Spent her last moments with her beloved. Oh. Died in Natsuhi's room with the stomach pierced by a weapon shaped like a stake. 6 Twilight gouged to the stomach and killed. Yep. Possible that they would have ended up in this as the second Twilight.
I see.
Okay.
What's
Now,
that next screen?
Let's hit that fancy little next button there. All right.
This is new.
This is all new, so we're gonna read all this. Don't you worry. And look at who's here.
This is interesting.
This is interesting. Okay. Why don't you read? We'll read the characters that we do.
Sure.
Okay.
Sup, it's me, Beato, the Endless Witch, who has lived for 1,000 years. I am known for being exceptionally cruel, even among witches. I love bullying the weak, and I'm capable of using trial and error endlessly to find the cruelest fate you can possibly be given. And I toy with my victims even further by piling on one after another. I'm extremely powerful, but word has it that I sometimes become obsessed with creating certain patterns, so that my means end up becoming my goals.
We can't execute. I can't execute the function. Can I resurrect? Okay. No.
Interesting.
Let's. What is this?
The stakes.
Oh, the 7 Sisters of Purgatory, who have this ridiculous outfit. 7 are advanced level furniture created by Beta. This gives credence to the thought that furniture might actually mean something different than what we thought.
Yeah.
That it might actually have a magical component to it.
I do believe I suggested that.
You did
suggest
it. You did. You absolutely did. Advanced level furniture created by Beatrice. Can sometimes act on our own will, but I can't disobey the orders of my master. We're quite powerful within our human forms, though, and when we return to our true forms as the 7 Stakes of Purgatory and fly at the enemy at high speeds, we display our true, terrifying potential. Biathin is the 2nd sister. She's nothing but a crybaby who's jealous all the time. She'll do whatever it takes to get what she wants. Can we see the other ones?
Oh!
Holy shit! Satan is the 3rd sister. She's very quick to anger. However, she actually wants others to be angry at her. Beelzebub is the 6th sister. True gourmet, she likes any ingredients to make a good meal, even her own body. Beelzebub. Asmodia. Oh, they picked it at random? That's weird. It's a girl that, at that age where they want a boyfriend, she give up her life for love. Mammon. We haven't seen Mammon.
We haven't.
5th sister. Very greedy. Once she decides she wants something, she will sacrifice anything and everything to get it.
Who's the first? Oh.
Lucifer's the oldest sister. She's haughty and arrogant. However, she actually feels pleasure from submission.
Is that all of them we've seen?
I think we might have. Wait, no, who's 6th?
We've seen the 6th.
We haven't seen the 4th. Belphegor. Capable and reliable. Because of this, she corrupts her masters. Who was 6th?
That one. Whose name I don't remember because I don't remember any of their names.
That's fine.
Oh,
right, Beelzebub. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that's all of them then.
All right.
All right.
Next row.
Burncastle, the Witch of Miracles, who has lived for 1,000 years. It gets a little bit boring. Her vast power is capable of creating all kinds of miracles, but my heart is broken a bit as a result. Back when I was a human, Land of Delta once imprisoned her within a cruel fate, toying with me the whole time. As a result, it seems I'm unable to abandon others who are caught within a similar fate. Sure hope that doesn't spoil anything. Theoretically, I'm a witch with the greatest powers, but in practice, theory is different from practice. This is no more realistic than folding a piece of paper 100 times so it reaches the moon. And yet, I did.
I did fold it 100 times. Sup? It's me. I'm the tsundere lolly character. I'm the witch of certainty who lived 1,000 years. I embody the idea that hard workers are rewarded, and I'm rewarded even by humans. I'm revered even by humans. They love me. They love me. Do you love me? Love me.
Okay.
Okay, but I hate you.
Okay.
No, but love me.
Very cutting edge.
Though a witch, I don't stray far from the concept of humans. For that reason, my power is one worshipped by humans is incalculable. However, I'm fickle about whose efforts I choose to reward. In many cases, I bestow my favor upon those who entertain me the most. My immense, swift, and terrifying power can make any witch surrender in an instant. However, I'm often reckless, and Burncastle was able to take full advantage of that.
All right.
All right. Can you execute me? Nope. Kinzo!
A self-taught human sorcerer, my natural talent and level of knowledge are nothing special, but when my nearly insane powers of concentration and dedication were transformed into magical power, I awakened as a great sorcerer. My power is at least great enough that I was able to summon Beatrice and form a contract with her. Contract? Contract. Though my power is great, it is also extremely limited. I specialize in summoning and barriers, so perhaps it is fitting to call me a summoner.
I'm Genji. I'm Kinzo's earliest furniture, which he created to serve him and him alone with complete loyalty. Created, huh?
Yeah.
Though I was Kinzo's first creation, I was made with the help of a high-class demon. So while there were several defects in my initial specifications, I conceal a great potential within myself. This is really weird that we've decided to put these in the first person, but it makes sense. In the many years following that, I continued to mature and compensate for my many deficiencies, turning myself into a nearly flawless butler furniture that I am now. I am approaching the limit of my service life, but the magical power I can unleash for an instant rivals Kinzo's.
Interesting. I'm Shannon. I am, in the truest sense, Kinzo's handmade furniture, which he created without borrowing the power of demons. Though there were a few problems with my initial specifications, I was given a very rare and precious thing, a heart, whose heart I won't say. It seems that, as a result of his long personal experience, Kinzo came to believe that the power created by the heart contains within it a strong magic. In the lengthy span of time following that, I began to mature, becoming exceptionally skilled with powers of a protective or repulsive nature, such as magical barriers. Because of that, in the realm of barriers alone, she possesses immense magician-class power. So I possess it even.
It's hard to do.
Oi, governor, I'm Conan.
So, does that mean the orphanage was like a front?
Yeah, maybe.
Damn! That's... Because you were definitely onto that. As being like something, furniture meaning something more like a homunculus scenario. And that seems to be the case. So far, I'm the last furniture created by Kinzo. Making use of all his previous experience, Kinzo managed to implement a set of flawless specs into me. I was also given a heart, but it was much weaker than Shannon's. Perhaps because Kinzo felt a sense of approaching personal danger related to his fortune, as he neared the end of his life, he bestowed me with the rare power to fight and protect. However, I haven't yet matured very far, and I'm unable to properly control my own power and speed.
I see.
Yeah, that's me! I'm an unfortunate young man who Beatrice has taken a liking to. A human who inherited the black blood from Kinzo. Interesting that we're put amongst the, sorcerer and magical folks here. The massive resistance to magical power Kinzo was born with was passed on to me. Interesting! Ironically, it was this trait that made it so hard for Kinzo to succeed as a magician. A massive defensive power against magic can be, even by itself, decisive in a battle against a witch. Kinzo has begun to lose this power with age, but my power is still on the rise. Perhaps it's understandable that Beatrice tried to crush it as soon as possible.
Is Battler going to be a sorcerer?
No, I don't believe in magic, but I will use it. But I won't believe in it, but I will use it.
You jest, but You jest, but there's a character that's like that in Monogatari.
Oh my god.
It works. What if Badler becomes that?
Hi, Maria. The magician who inherited the black boat from Kinzo. Only Kinzo with the gift of talent began to tread the path of magician from a young age. However, my power is still weak, and I haven't yet graduated from an apprentice level. However, I'm skilled with enchantment with bestow magical power upon objects. The magical items I create are all master class.
I see.
Why are you talking about like as a fucking D&D thing?
Are we fate? Are we going to assign everyone stats?
Character sheets? Why did they stop that? That's the funniest shit. Having everyone, they come with a straight up character sheet when they're summoned. That's delightful.
Really helps with those power level internet fights.
That's so good though. Oh.
We've learned a lot here. Anything new in tips?
Oh wait, let's check the other. We've seen the epitaph before. We've seen the witch's letter before. Witch's letter 2.
Yeah. We've seen 3.
We've seen 3.
We have seen...
You know what? We're just going back to
4. Witch's game record will be the end game screen.
Yep. Was there any additional information on this? But no. Okay.
And the golden butterfly brooch.
This object arranges all fate variables in a favorable manner to form relationships between the sexes. What? This leads to nothing more than a favorable arrangement of variables, so this strength differs wildly depending on the individuals. Oh, it's the item that she gave to... I had completely forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The item she gave to Shannon. Hence, a witch bestowing such an item must make quite sure beforehand that the receiver will be able to use it effectively, or she risks being called a liar. The activation cost is enormous, so it's no more useful to the average person than an ordinary brooch. However, blind love is easily capable of paying this enormous price. And if the target of the receiver's affection feels affection in turn, the brooch's effect increases even more dramatically. Ironically, the more dramatic its effect becomes, the less one would need such a brooch in the first place.
I see.
that is actually kind of funny. That's okay. That's cute. Can I execute it? I can't. I can execute this page though. Holy shit!
Yeah.
So we're done with episode 2 now.
We're a quarter of the way through Umineko.
Holy shit!
Maybe the other chapters are longer.
Approximately. You know this means we have to add a new character to the MST3K thing now, right? Because it's the 4 of them playing now. Now they're playing 4-player.
Yeah.
They're like Mario Kart. Or join us all next time. When we'll start episode 3, I guess.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode 3.
Only 6 more of these.
Only 6 more. Here's the thing. I'm having fun with this.
Yeah,
it's
me too.
continually surprising me, and I did not expect that. I'm feeling good though.
Yeah.
I'll see you all next time.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.